guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna be reacting to
The weird Tate McRae and Morgan Wallen collab, and it's not weird.
Why is it weird? Then why are they saying it's weird?
It's not weird.
It's not?
It's
Do you
not.
know the tea? Do you know?
No, it's a great song.
Oh.
The Tate McRae and Morgan Wallen collab has been fairly divisive amongst pop fans and fans of Tate McRae in particular, for working with Morgan Wallen after he said the N-word after the SNL incident, and many people questioning him being a
Without the
bigot.
mohawk.
Now, I do want to say for
Not
the people that
mohawk,
think
what's
this
The
collab...
hat? I think I
No.
only see him with a hat on.
He had the fucking Tiger King hairstyle. What's it called?
I think he mohawk, no? No?
No.
Mullet.
There you go. That's the
will
one.
ruin Tate McRae's career. You
Oh,
are
I didn't know all
delusional.
this
You
about
live in a
him.
fantasy land where a subset of
Low-key,
Stan Twitter
I'm not surprised.
dictates public interest, and that's just not how it works in the real world. Personally, I don't like Morgan Wallen. It's not even just for the controversies. I think he is a pretty shit artist. Yeah, he has some catchy songs. I think Whiskey Glasses is fine. But ultimately, he's just playlist pop to me, like the country pop equivalent to Maroon 5, Ed Sheeran, or Imagine Dragons. Or better
Yeah,
yet, the variant of
I can't listen to the man no more. Well, I never listened to him.
Exactly. So I don't know what you're
Every
talking
time
about.
we're on Billboard, we have to listen to the man, and every time I always think to myself, is he nice? Is he not
Florida Georgia
nice?
Line. I hear a lot of Florida Georgia Line and Morgan Wallen, especially given his crossover appeal and the way he embraces a lot of hip-hop sounds. Which, side note, it's so insane to me that a modern country song performed by a white man can have trap drums, 808s, literal rapping, and hip-hop cadences, and still be embraced as authentically country. But when a black artist goes into that space, it's always a massive conversation and some form of resistance.
That is
He
fair.
did something to his hair because in the photo previously, they don't look the same man.
Well, he cut the hair, I guess. But he's saying is fair, because you know Shabuzi does a similar sound to him actually, and you know I like Shabuzi too. He sounds great, but Shabuzi I feel doesn't get the same reception. You know, is it because of his skin tone? I don't know. Maybe.
Ultimately, Morgan Wallen is a pop artist, even more so than some of his country pop peers. He has songs with a country instrumentation, style of songwriting, it's just little to none. When I heard that this
That's him younger. He looks younger.
collaboration was happening, I thought, this is definitely going to anger some Tate McRae fans, who are young, progressive girls and gay men, who, for lack of the better words, is not Morgan Wallen's target demographic. My initial thought was, why was this greenlit? It's such a sharp turn for Tate's demographic. And yes, it might be popular, but I think credibility is a little more worthy for a young growing pop star. It's also important to mention that there is a chance that Tate did not have a choice but to collaborate with him. Labels are very involved in these type of pairings, but there's also a chance.
I mean,
not a choice.
I mean, let's be real. Collab with Morgan Wallen is a big deal. So that's not something she can afford to deny. At least not in at this stage of her career. So if she was, I don't know, Billie Eilish's level, maybe she can say no. But right, she's not there yet.
You know who I wonder who's nice? The guy who said, like a baby, I never show.
No, but he's punctual.
He's
punctual.
He's not nice?
No, he's punctual though. He shows up on time. He's never late.
Said she wanted this opportunity. We don't really know the inner workings, but above everything else, it is a career move that could introduce her to more ears that
I don't know. I operate under the assumption that all of these people are assholes. I kind of expect all of them to be assholes. So I'm more surprised when somebody comes out and they're actually a nice person versus somebody an ass. So like to me, the expectations is they're an asshole, because you kind of have to be a little bit of an asshole because you kind of have to climb over some people to get there. So I feel like if you got there, you gotta be a little asshole. Like even when we do like Beyonce behind the scenes, she's mean. You know, it just comes with the territory.
she hasn't reached yet. My first thought was, oh, she's going for her meant to be moment. That huge collaboration with BB Rexa and Florida Georgia Line that was a pretty successful pop country crossover from one very unassuming pair that will get tons of radio play. What I Want by Morgan Wallen and Tate McRae is actually a song that I think starts off okay, but it is just mind-numbingly boring, and once again, it uses a hip-hop beat underneath it, the type you've heard in a
I
feel like that's what carries it on.
The hip hop beat? Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the only reason I would ever listen to Morgan Wallen's the hip hop beat. Aside from that, I really don't give a fuck. The guy is right though. The song is a little boring. Like I listened to it a couple of times. It doesn't hook me to listen again. Like his solo songs, you know, are more hooking. I'm that problem. For whatever reason, it's just like I guess it's just more hooking than that. That song it is kind of boring.
million songs. It sounds so
like, but that beat is fire, but maybe I don't know, something about it.
So good.
Truly. And Tate and Morgan don't really have any chemistry on the song. Lyrically, it just talks about wanting someone that might not be the best for you. The song landed in the #1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100. Tate McRae's very first #1 song.
How does it go again?
Getting the #1
That was her first #1 song.
In a heart that already broke.
Oh,
Everything you touch turns into smoke.
that's her first #1. That's crazy.
Not really. As I said, she's not that level of an artist.
She just said that's her first #1 song.
Yes, she does not. She's not that level of an artist to have #1 songs. That's why she couldn't decline this collab. That's what I'm saying. Like, I like her a lot, but she's just not there yet.
song for a new pop artist is a big deal. But this one just felt very muted, especially in online circles. And I think for one that the song doesn't really have a massive cultural presence, even compared to Morgan Wallen's previous hits. And secondly, the song's success is attributed largely to Morgan Wallen and his selling power. Tate McRae could have been replaced with literally anyone, and it would have ended up in the #1 spot. And I think that's one of the worst offenders after leading into a controversial.
That's not nice.
That's sad, but kind
That's
of
not
true.
nice.
Tate does not stand out, although they do sound nice together. As I said,
Aw.
they sound good together. Tate fits in nicely, but the song does not allow for Tate to
So
shine.
why did he need to collab with her then? Like,
Honestly, I kind of felt he wanted to cross into that pop, to get more of like, because he just said that Tate's audience is more like LGBTQ
he's not going. He don't look like he's.
and
gonna
like
be for the girls and
young
guys.
young girls, so I think he wanted some of that audience, because it makes sense. He don't really have that audience, so he was kind of going for it. Is he gonna get it? I don't know, because I think that's why he honestly collabed with the black artists too and started doing hip-hop beats to kind of get a little black following too.
Who did he collaborate that's black?
Lil Durk
Oh.
has the Broadway girls with Lil Durk.
Oh.
Yeah, so I think that's why he kind of did that, to just kind of expand his
I
fan
wonder if
base.
that collab was hard to do, especially knowing his history and his controversy.
As if Lil Durk don't have his own controversy.
He
Lil
does?
Durk,
I don't know.
he's
I
in
don't
prison
know
right
his teeth.
now. He allegedly killed somebody.
Oh, I know his
It's
teeth.
like, come on,
collaboration. I think you need to
I
make
know
it
his
worth
tea
the
was hot.
controversy, aka a good song.
hyping.
And in Tate's case, I would say put your stamp on it. But it is just so much of nothing. There used to be a time when collaborations, especially from artists you didn't expect to collaborate, really felt like singular moments, and it felt like everyone's bringing something to a track. And that has been absent for a while. The curators behind the scene used to be a bit smarter, which is basically just a boardroom pop project. Not really worth the controversy, but I understand and hear the controversy. Artists can do whatever they want, and fans can choose to withdraw from them if they want. I don't think this will make a dent in Tate's career, but I think people will definitely be eyeing her harder. Tate McRae is a very popular artist right now, and so is Morgan Wallen, and their collaboration simply sounds like a hollow, purely transactional business decision.
He kind of right though.
Ooh.
In the intro of this video, I was like, oh, why is it weird? Well, he made his case, and I gotta agree. Like, his case is.
I didn't know.
I kind of
Because to
feel
me,
it.
Tate, she's the it girl. She's hot. I
She's-
just don't understand why no one else sees it. Like, we see it on the charts. Like, dang, she doesn't
Well,
get to the top. But
'cause-
with this collab, I'm like, okay.
Because
How'd that happen?
like, her audience is kind of limited people who listen to her though. Like, as he said, it's like young kids, young girls mostly, and LGBTQ. Like, most of the America, the whole red America, they don't listen to her, and that's like 50% of the population or whatnot. Black community don't really listen to her for the most part. That's another 30% of population or so. Latino community probably not listen to her. That's another. So what's the population that listen to her? So for her to chart, she has to expand from that limited population into more. And this collab with
It
Morgan.
can be done.
No, it can be done. I'm not saying it can. And she's charting, to be fair.
Yeah.
But to her to be like Britney level, she has to kind of transcend. And I feel like this collab should. We'll see if it's helpful. I mean, it exposes Morgan Wallen's fans to her too, though. They might like her music.
She has
so.
such a unique voice. I'm
She
trying to
does.
think like who I would pair her up with.
She does. From, like, on a collab.
A lady.
Well, I would like to see her on a hip hop track.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Who I can put her with? Or maybe with the guy who.
That would be like a nice exposure for her.
If she can do like kind of like a Mariah Carey type of like song with somebody.
Well, if you're looking at Britney, who Britney collabed, will.i.am, who else?
I'm telling you, she don't give me Britney.
Okay, but let's look at
The
Britney.
movements, the dancing, sure, but the vocals.
Okay,
don't
but
give me
let's look
Britney.
at Britney for now. Who Britney collabed with? will.i.am,
Brittany mostly have like solo.
That's what I was thinking too.
I
She
don't
like
think
mostly
she,
solo,
like,
yeah.
work with too much people.
I,
Like
I
she can, but I don't
I
know
can't
her
even come up
iconic
with
songs.
iconic
That is a
songs. I don't.
collab with Britney
Yeah,
Spears.
I can't come up with like
It's
iconic
a
collab
no.
except for Boom Boom Pow or like no Scream and Shout.
Yeah, well I am. Yeah,
Hmm.
no.
Hmm.
Yeah, no.
Hmm.
Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord, and as always, share as much kindness as possible.